You want answers?
What's that going to set up?
We've got to go to work.
It's the Strat Attack Show. But we're always wondering what the next two is.
Holy shnikes, it worked.
That's something I want to know about.
What's your name, scumbag?
Strat Attack Show.
We're on a mission from God.
Here's Rob Smith. Hello everyone, I'm Rob Smith, the Smith in the Black, and if it's Tuesday, it's a Strat Attack Show where we hop in the urban assault vehicle and see what's going on. So we got an important lesson today. If you haven't watched it, go back and watch the Strat Time report where I talk about the 2-2 reversals on a Tuesday. Very important, but today I wanted to start it off with a very important concept I talk about all the time as well, the simultaneous break. And it's a very high probability setup. Is what we look for constantly, and so we had one today. But let's start off with SPY. We got our outside day, and I'll get back to that in a second. There was a simultaneous break that was causing that as well. We also had the QQQ here, 2-2 reversal on a Tuesday. 2 up, 2 down. Didn't totally get cracked because they're all still inside weeks. Right, so that's what we're going to be watching, those weekly breaks if we can get them, because those moves will be bigger. Diamond's still inside on the week and the month. Daily, outside day for the diamonds as well, and I'll show you how that's set up with the simultaneous break too. And here we go, outside day for the small cappers getting waxed, right? So the simultaneous break today in semiconductors, SMH, right? So you can see this was a 2-1-2 continuation, right? 2-1-2 continuation. 2 down was the key here, right? Because if this works, the reason we use multiple time frame analysis is if this works and you go to the weekly, you got this. Now you're a 3-2 down on the week, which means this buying was rejected and it's still being rejected. So then we want to see, is it company specific or are they hitting all of them, right? So let's go take a look. NVIDIA, 2 up, 2 down, right? Everything is a 2 down as far as the semiconductors are considered here. So what that means is the institutions are hitting every semiconductor. They don't care, right? At least for today, right? They're selling all of them across the board because they're all 2 downs. When that happens, very high probability you're going out on the lows. And if this works, NVIDIA also goes 3-2 down. If you go to Microchip also 3-2 down on the week. Daily, inside day and down. They all look the same, all going out on the lows. If you go to AMAT, inside day to the downside, going out on the lows, right? And if that works, once again, it's going to kick that weekly. 3-2 back down to the downside. If you go to Cirrus Logic, 2-2 reversal on the week. 2 up because that didn't take this out. And then boom, these two become an outside bar of that. Daily. Once again, inside day and down continuation going out near the lows. If we go to LRCX. Inside day and down, right? And if that works, what's that going to do? The week. Rejected buying, still being rejected. They all look the same. This is exactly what's happening, and we know that. If you go to MU did not quite take the week. Came up a little shy on the 3-1-2. Here you go. That was not a 3-1-2. I'm sorry, that was 2-1-2 continuation on the day. My bad. I thought it was this one. But you did get this. You're still Mulder bar, so you got a little bit more to take that out. If anything, Intel was the bastion of strength and stayed an inside day. So that could help trigger further selling tomorrow if we can get this thing going. If we go to AVGO. AVGO, once again here, 2 down, 2 up on a Tuesday. And when it breaks this, that changes the week back to red because that's a Monday. 2 up, 2 down. These guys are all trapped. These two become an outside bar of that, you see? And if that works, then we're going after the 2-2 reversal week, right? So when this occurs, and I've gone through this for years, but if you're new to this, when this occurs, ideally we want it to happen on a monthly basis because then we got all month to go after it, or a yearly or a quarter like we have in the energies on the yearlies, and then you'll see some beautiful weeks like this. The 2 up, the 2-2 reversal, and these two become an outside bar of that, Real beautiful stuff in there. Now, if I go back to intraday stuff, where we're looking for the SPY to go to the outside day, if we go to a 15-minute chart, here, right? You see this? This is what we look for, corrective activity, the 2-2, 2 up, 2 down, right? These guys are going to be coming outside bar of that, which is going to cause this to be an outside day. It was a simultaneous break, too. If you go to the 15-minute here, see the SPY? How about QQQ? Yep. How about diamonds? Yep. How about SMH? Inside day. Inside wasn't even strong enough to 2. And so you'll notice this. This was a 15-minute break. And so just like those dailies, when this happened, we knew this bar was going to close near the lows. For sure. And it did. Right? How about small cappers? Here, closing near the lows. Simultaneous break on a 15-minute basis. And what that did was that reconfirmed all that selling that we've been looking for. We got our corrective activity, and when it occurs matters. If you look up into here, where the time is, so 13:30. That's the flip, right? It is. And so when this occurred, it also was your new 60. See you later. Boom. You had corrective activity. But we're looking for it to go down and go outside. Then you have a new 60 with a 2-2 reversal 15er. Boom. That was all she wrote. No higher highs here. Down she goes, and SMH going out near the lows. So understanding that concept, very important. So if we go to also some of the things are taking a defensive posture. American Tower here. If you go to your daily, and a little bit off the highs, but on a monthly basis, taking the inside month. And so what you want to be able to group this into sectors. What are they doing? American Tower, CCI, and SBAC. They're buying all three. That's something I want to know about because that's a subsector. If we go to XLU from last month, we knew we had a real good Rev Strat. We knew that was a simultaneous break in those monthlies too. Every utility was bright green and went out near the highs of the month. Now they're trying to take that out again. So the reason that's important is because when the market starts to come down, we want to see if they keep rotating into defensive names. Or do they start hitting everything? And that's when the market gets really hit, when they hit all of them. Right now we're not seeing that because you got XLP. Also was a 2 up on the day. To start off, Procter & Gamble makes it to an outside week, and so we'll see if they firm up in these things. Still, it broke that month but came back in, so this level really going to be key here for Procter & Gamble over 156.47. You also have Colgate coming up on this. That would be over 77.92. Clorox here over 147.50, and that would give you the simultaneous break on a monthly basis in XLP. Hasn't kicked in, but how about Kellogg's? Kellogg's getting closer too, so we'll see how that goes. A little boring, but it is what it is. Facebook trying to go to the 2-2 reversal here on the month, but we'll see how that goes. It's got ways, obviously, to go, but we'll see because we're seeing weakness in the other big boys. Amazon here, still an inside month. Also inside days today for Amazon, Netflix, all right, and Google. We're all inside days, so we'll see what that does with Facebook. Obviously, the Twitter news has got that going here. And that was a 2 up last month, but coming back through this range. And on the gap, then it comes back in again, so probably going to have to reset up again and potentially a 2-2 reversal on the day tomorrow. All right, if we go to Riven, and Riven having all sorts of trouble here. And how's your 15er? Not as good, but Riven, if we go to the weekly here, 2 up, 2 down reversal. That's below 44. If we go to AOSL, AOSL, that's a 3-2 week to the downside, and if that works, continues to do so off the inside day combination, we can go after the Rev Strat month, and that's way down here. That's all the way down at 44.27. So we can keep an eye on that going forward. If we go to Cat Tractor, Cat Tractor still an inside month. But it's whenever you start off the week, I want to see who's 2 down on the week, and Cat is. After last week's 2 up, 2 down reversal, that so far is still working. Boeing, Rev Strat week. Inside week, pokes up, boom, 2-2 reversal week. Good for the rest of the week, below 184.47. If we go to AAWW, all sorts of problems here after the 3 week, 3-2 down. These become an outside bar of all of that, right? And on the month, gives you this, the 2 up, 2 down month. That's a problem. So we'll see if there's more pain and suffering there. If we go to the financials, FAS, handily inside month, but taking out last week's lows, the 3-2, right? So as long as it stays below there, they got problems. You got Citicorp going to the recent lows. You got JP Morgan taking out the last week's lows a little bit. Goldman Sachs, Morgan Stanley. So the financials still having problems. So also, like in the transports, it's FedEx. FedEx is a 2-2 reversal on the week. If we go to the trannies themselves, 3-2 down again. All right, so we're losing some of these guys. If we go to NVAX, also taking last week's lows out, and that was just a gorgeous, really gorgeous 2-2 reversal day on a Tuesday. 2 up, 2 down, and boom, down she goes. Now, of course, we can watch that with Moderna. And Moderna today was the 2 up, 2 down. Needs to become an outside bar of all of that, and if that works, trying to trigger that inside week to the downside. Just a little bit slightly, but we got plenty of week left to do it. Besides that, FedEx, we got Coinbase here, also a 2 up, 2 down reversal on the week. So we can keep an eye on that. And on the monthly, this was just some things you just like to keep looking at. Gorgeous. 2 up, boom. These guys become an outside bar of all that. Other than that, with the truckers and the trannies having a rough one here, XPO here, the 3-2 week to the downside, JB Hunt. So a bunch of those guys still having problems. So it's early in the week, but understanding the simultaneous break is very important, and that's what I'm looking for all day, because you'll hear me say on the headset during the day, there's times where I know exactly what's going to happen. All right, and that's when our confidence goes through the roof. When you have a simultaneous break, you're probably going out near the highs nor the lows, because it's very tough to turn around because we're picking up on algorithmic activity. And they have to tell it how long they're going to do it for. And we know what the time frame they told them to do it on because we're looking at it. All right, that's going to do it for today. I'm Rob Smith, Smith in the Black, Strat Attack.
You've been listening to the Strat Attack Show.
It's over.
That looks like I'm running out of time again.
You ever seen a grown man naked?
And now for something completely different.
Yeah. Did you get that memo?
Go to Billy Baroo.
Oh, Billy.
Here's where they're buying.
Oh, behave.
Here's where they're selling.
Oh, righty.
I'd keep an eye on this. Is that a problem? It is.
You just don't turn it off.
I'm Rob Smith.
I hate Illinois Nazis.
I'm Smith in the Black with the Strat Attack.